Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about how can deal with the state, right? So into this state, you can actually do multiple one. As I told you, step by step, we'll go more deep. Like from here, that is one of the property name. I name it on the name as a think and grow rich. Okay, better I make it as a rich right now. So that is our think and grow rich, right? So that is our states all that value, and that is our another property, that is another component as a book component. Here I also loaded that props all that data, which is totally fine. So right now this data is visible, right? Here you can see it's not visible. Perfect. So now I want to do like here, if you want to change some of the state value data, like I want to add one of the action button, and into this action button, if you click as a click it, then if you want to change that value, that means one of the state property value, if you want to change it, how can change it? So in this video, better I show you, then everything will be more clear to you. For doing this, I want to do, that is our return, right? Into the return area, here I want to add another button. So after that, okay, after that our book list, that is our book list component, that is one of the class based component. Here I want to simply load it on the button. Okay, so that is a button. So if you now click as a enter, so that is a button, and now I want to close this button. Okay, here I want to close it. So I simply close this button. Great. So into this button area, here I want to add one of the on click method. As I told you before, that will be the on click. Okay, so on click, so that is our on click function. I want to add it. So now I want to declare one of the function name, and then we have to access it. So if you want to declare one of the function, here you cannot able to, that is one of the component, right? Into this component area, here you cannot able to access it directly. Like before, when you create another function, I have already discussed about that things with you, then that will be as a function keyword, right? So now here into this props, you can see it's already get some of the error. So you cannot able to create this type of the function. Here you have to call it with the array function. Like here I want to name it as a change, okay, change book state. Okay, change book state, this type of one of the function now to create. So that will be our array function. I simply declared that array function. So now I want to do, when you click on particular this button, here I want to add some of the action. Our action will be this one as our function name as a change book state. So now if you want to access it, so then that will be the same with the this keyword. So that is our this, and then our function name. Okay, so I simply loaded this function name. So if you want to check it is working or not, better with this console log. Okay, with the console and the console log area, when it should be pressed this button, I want to display some of the string value as a button click. So this type of one of the text, that means string value, that will be display. Now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, and now if you go now refresh it, now you can see there is also on the button. Here I didn't add any value better into this button. I want to make it as a change state. Okay, so state, I name that as a change state. This type of the button, click as a save all. I didn't load any bootstrap for the reason it's not will be very locative. Click as refresh, you can see there is a simple one of the button as a change this state. So now if you go to that inspect into the console log, if you now like I go to that console, now that is totally empty. If you now click as a change style, you can see our button is executed, that is a button clicked. So here I have already added that things in here, that is a button. When you click as a on click, so our this function will be executed, and into this function area I loaded that console log as a button click. Now it's display our name as a button click. That means our functionality is executed successfully, right? So now I want to execute. That means when you click as our this function, okay, here I want to add some of the things, like I want to change that our property value, right? So that is all that our property, and this property value I want to change. So if you want to change it, so that is everything in our state, right? So into the state area, now I want to set another new data, right? So for the reason that is also another method as a set states method. So now I want to do in our this function area, I want to declare one of the method as a set states method. So if you want to access it, then that will first time we have to use that as a this keyword, and then the set states method. You can see that is also one of the method. So with the set states method, that means into the state area, I want to set some of the new data. Which data you want to set, you have to take it in here. Okay, so that is our set states method. I simply declare this method, and now that is all that our array data. Array data means that is all that our book data, right? Better I copy this total books. Okay, I copy it, and now into the set states method here, after this I want to paste it. Okay friend, I hope it's very clear. Better I make it little bit left side, and also I make it little bit left side, so then that will be locative. Perfect. And here, that is our part, I make it in here. Great. So that is our books. So into this books area, that is our set states method. That means that is our state data. Now I want to set one of the new data. So our book name, our property name will be the same. Now I want to change another one. I name it as a think and grow, like I just name it as a think new book. Okay, think new book, read that new book. I name it as a read that new book, and alchemist new book. Okay, alchemist new book, and then also I make it as a new writer. So I just simply add that as a Greece new, Don Brown new, Paul new. Okay, now our book name will be changed, and then our writer name also will be changed. So here we change it with our which method, that is a set states method. So into the set states, that is one of the almari. Okay, you just think about like that way. That is one of the almari. So it should be save all that your cloth. Okay, so it should be save all that your cloth, that is in our state. So now I want to do in our almari, I want to add another new cloth. So here we can add that new cloth with the set states method. Okay, so that is a state all the data. Now I want to set new data with the set states method. Now our everything will be same. Our property name will be books. Everything will be just like that same. Now let's check this out, everything is working or not. So friend, that's all you have to do. If you now click as a save all. Okay, now if you go, so I have already declared our method name in our on click as a change book. So into the change book state, so here I load it. Right now that should be changed. Okay, that should be changed. I click as a save all. Now go there, click as a refresh. Right now that is our default, all the data is visible. Now I want to make it as a change. You can see it's not successfully changed. Now that is our think and new book, new book, new book, new. Great. It set all that our new data in our state with the set states method. Simply remember it. Simply remember that on click, how can declare some of the method. So that is our method, and also here I loaded on the array function, and that is our set states method, how the set states method work, and also the state. Okay, simply understand and simply practice and remember all that functionality. Okay friend, I hope you like it very much. So how can deal with the set states method, how can change some of the action in your button. I hope you like it very much. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.